Hydro Show is the 2nd of January 2014. Wow, it's 2014 already. The last couple of weeks have been pretty good. 2 weeks spent in India and they're celebrating both Christmas and New Year's. Though since coming back from holiday, all my spare time has been spent on the shit ton of work I have to do. In respect of that, I've enjoyed myself thoroughly, meeting up with family friends, meeting up with school friends after such a long time, reorganising my bookshelf, catching up on TV, and watching new TV. And can I just add that Doctor Who and Sherlock were no less than incredible, though Sherlock I think could have been slightly better. Anyway, it's a new year, which means a New Year's resolution, which for me is going to be attempting to upload a video every fortnight. Let's see how I do. So let's backtrack a little bit. As explained in my previous video, I didn't have a chance to make any videos in Cambridge. So to make up for that, I'm going to do a mini 3-part series on it, covering academics, university life, and Cambridge itself. So here goes. Michaelmas term Rambles 2013 Part 1, University Life. Where do I begin? The university term finished just over 3 weeks ago, but it seems as if it's almost a lifetime ago. I did so much, too much even, which is probably the reason why I have this shit ton of work to catch up on. Here I have a ring binder containing a pretty succinct description of every day that I spent in Cambridge, and it just shows how much you can do in every day. And I won't bore you of every detail of every day, because hopefully you won't lose this diary, because it's got quite a lot of work into it. And yeah, it would make a really, really bad video. But anyway, I will attempt to form a general solution. Standard day would wake up at 6 or 9, depending on whether I'd rowing or decided to go to the gym in the morning, independently followed by a shower and eating breakfast, normally just a glass of milk and a banana. Then 2 hours of lectures from 10 to 12, coming back, eating a lunch and relaxing till about 1. Then 1 to 6 is spent doing work, 6 to 7 is having dinner in hall, and then 7 to 9 is probably spent about doing a bit of work, and then 9 onwards is just dependent on the day, whether that be doing work to 12, 2 or 4 respective on what I have the next day after, going out clubbing, which is only about once a week I went, just going to someone else's room or having a movie night, or going to the college bar just to talk to people, meeting up with school friends from other colleges, going to a talk, a society meeting of some sort, playing maybe a sport like squash or badminton. Yeah, there was basically loads of stuff to do, and 2 consecutive days were never going to be the same. So there was just so much variety, and what do they say? Variety is the spice of life. Work will be discussed in the academics video, and Cambridge stuff like matriculation, formal halls, college families will be discussed in the Cambridge video. So that leaves what? Food, activities, and money? The food is poor. Well, it's not that bad, it's just that there's no variety. Every day is almost identical. Some sort of meat, and then some form of potato. It came to a point where I jokingly asked whether they had a potato farm, and was informed that Peterhouse do indeed own a potato farm. Why am I not surprised? Money. Well, excluding the £9 extortionate fees I'm paying also £1,052 per term for my accommodation, which is pretty reasonable. But then you have to pay a KFC charge of, I think it's around £150 per term, which is a lot of money. If you split it out into the 35 compulsory meals that we have to have in hall, and a standard hall meal is about £3.50. So with the KFC, that's about £7, which is a lot of money. Though the KFC does also cover formal halls and special events like matriculation, so I guess that sort of evens it out. But activities-wise, I signed up to so many, like pretty much every fresher does. Though I've only been regularly attending rowing and badminton, though I have dabbed in squash, korfball, and basketball, as well as several academically lecture society sort of stuff. I kind of want to change it up a little bit for next time, but we'll see. So here ends part 1, stay tuned for part 2, and I shall see you then.